hurdle progression. So our progression is going to start off with the same way to set up every time. You want to put your hurdles 2 of your foot distances away from each other. So when I say 2 feet, I don't mean necessarily the metric unit of length 2 feet. I mean literally 2 of your feet back to back. Now you can do this in as many hurdles as you want to. Normally we have about 5 or 6 hurdles that we recommend. It's just a nice good number that allows us to be effective and efficient. And you do not have to have hurdles. This can be anything from a cone to, be resourceful and be creative. Something out, maybe some sticks out in the yard, anything like that, that allows you to have a visual of where you want to create some rhythm and tempo and maximize the principles of acceleration. Okay? So the first progression that we work on is going to go from simple to complex, which means that we're going to go from 2 feet of focus to 1 foot of focus. So the first drill in the progression is you're going to go 2 foot over each hurdle. We're going to start with the right foot over. So when I say 2 each side, I mean that if my right foot's going over first, 2-footed, the next time I come through, I'm going to come through with my left foot coming over first and driving through, okay? So 2 foot over each hurdle is literally going into a run position, maintaining a good rhythm, hands and feet, through the hurdles. Now, there's 2 things that we have to focus on while going through any hurdle drill. 1 is rhythm. 2 is tempo. And you do that in that order. You cannot have tempo without rhythm. Rhythm is just pertaining to the evenness of the speed or the coordination of the movement. And then tempo is related to the speed of the movement. So 2 feet over is what we just showed. The next one is going to be 2 feet lateral, where we're literally going 2 feet over each hurdle, as quick or as slow as you can do. So rhythm first, then increasing the tempo. Then we actually go through what we call a dead leg or a single leg. So it's going to be 1 foot over at a time, driving down and back. You can march it if you don't know, have never done it before. You can skip it, or you can get right into a run, okay? Being able to do a quick tempo off of 1 leg, the opposite leg is going to stay straight, or in this case we call it dead. The last one is what we call 2-2. 1-1-1. In this position, we're only going to lengthen out the last 2 hurdles where we actually are going to add a step between there. And I'm going to go 2 feet over the first 2 hurdles, 1 foot over the last 3. So on slow motion, it's going to go 2 feet, then it's going to go 1, 1, 1 into a sprint. That sprint can really be 5 yards, 10 yards, depending on what you're working on. And it all depends on what your focus is in the principles of acceleration. Is your focus arm action? Great, you can work on it in these drills. If your focus is your posture, you can't really work on that outside of the acceleration. Inside of the ladders, we want to be, or excuse me, the hurdles, you want to be nice and tall in that posture to keep the shoulder, hip, and downside ankle nice and straight. And then lastly, from a drive standpoint, front side and back side mechanics, very good to be able to work on these hurdles as well.